What up? What up? It's your boy King Moses live from the porch, man. I had to do a part two, man, because I had some technical difficulties or whatever. But we're gonna continue because, like I said, I'm not no genius with the editing or whatever. We're gonna figure that out at a later time, or whatever. We're just gonna continue with the part two. So I put on in here whatever and said, okay, well, the question was, well, the tweet that she said was, that ain't true, though. That's true. But for him to get mad at the situation, at the question, when he wasn't on anything serious is odd. So I said, let me see what I said. So I said, okay, but let's go with the narrative that he was mad. Wasn't she mad at him that he ain't take her out? Both are entitled to be upset. And this is why communication before shit goes down is clear. Sounded like they fucked already and she wanted more. That's not a relationship, that's on her. She said she communicated with him and that's why he and asked him why he ain't take her out. She has the right to ask at some point to see if she wants to continue seeing him. Now she sees he's not on anything, she left. I said this is based off her saying that he is mad, which may not be true. She might just be mad because he's not taking her out. And then she said, so do you think she's made a video to lie on an unknown man? Do you think that's too far-fetched to react that way? And I said, I think it's possible. I also think it's possible her perception of him is that he's mad. That's just her opinion. He could be 100% truthful as well. I think the video also shows her as mad. And again, this could have been avoided from the first convo to say that from jump. So, yeah. So, and then, like, my thing is too, whatever, is just like with the whole fucking who's mad and who ain't mad or whatever, it's just real fucking stupid or whatever. Like, you don't get no championship for like, oh well, this person mad, ha ha ha, this mad. Like, who gives a fuck, right? But as a man, I could be mad that I used to get mad all the time when bros would come up to me like, oh yeah, well, you know what I mean, why ain't you taking me out or whatever? But I just let it pass. I didn't make no video about like the bro. Like, I mean, you can make your little comments here and there, whatever. But like, somebody judging you on like, why are you mad? Because if you got an expectation of one thing or whatever, and it don't end up being that way, you have the right to be mad. So the bro could have been mad too that the nigga didn't want to take her out. That's why you get all that stuff out the way in the first place or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And square that out, you know what I mean, from Jump Street, because you don't want no confusion. You don't want no type of confusion whatsoever, whatever, from people thinking that you're gonna be on this type of time or whatever, and you really not. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's why I be like, man, I just keep it real clear and upfront. So if they're gonna be mad, let them be mad for a little bit or whatever, and then they get on back to their fucking normal scheduled thing or whatever, because like it's just crazy, man. Like, all right, okay, well, like I said, and it's more or less for dudes or whatever, because you can't win for losing. If you say something or whatever, you mad or you bitter, but then when you don't react this way, whatever, or get upset, and then you just go ahead and do something else or whatever outside of what they want, then you're lame or you're broke, or whatever the case may be. So it's always going to be something. You can't win for losing, man. So it's just like, like I said, back to the whole, as a man, you're always going to be the villain. You know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't even be out here trying to please everybody and please every woman, because you're always going to get a situation where you find some bras, whatever, that's not going to like what the hell you talking about or whatever, and always going to try to villainize it like you are the bad guy, and whatever the thing is they trying to get done is wrong or it's a problem. So it's like ain't even no real purpose or real reason to even go that route or whatever, trying to please these bras, because like I said, it's just going to be a situation where it's like they going to find a reason to be mad at you one way or another. One way or fuck another. So it's just like, Do you do the best you can or whatever? It's a war out here, whatever, and just know that like as a man, you're gonna be the bad guy. So just do what's best for you. But to go back to the whole point or whatever about the trick and shit or whatever, right? So if you do the math as far as what people out here talking about, like if you was a real serial like dater out here, hold on, let me get this shit loaded up or whatever, because I got one that I want to show you whatever.
How much do you expect the guy to spend on the first date?
Oh yeah, I had to load it up. But if you was a real serial date out here, bro, like that's a lot of money to be spending on just like taking girls out or whatever. So like, let's say the average price, let's just say with me and wifey, whatever, to go out. We don't be going to no extravagant spots, whatever. Might splurge here and there, whatever. But like, I don't know. Let's just say average price for a decent, solid meal is about 300. Let's say 300. I could be on the low end or whatever. I mean, we didn't go on the goddamn Outback Steakhouse and spent 150 whatever just for both of us or whatever, just for some regular just whatever shit, right? Or you could go to fucking shit Roof Chris or whatever, fucking whatever, and spend 300. Let's say 300. That's just for one broad, for one date. Now, if you out in the mix, let's say you go to the club Friday night and you book 5 broads. Out of those 5 broads, you get a response from 3. They kind of feeling you, whatever, right? And you got dates lined up. It's like, oh, let's go on. You on that old, all right, well, I'm going to, wine and dine them because this is the way to go. Wine and dine them, whatever, to get up in the pants, right? And you, in 1 week, 3 dates. That's $900. That is wild. $900 just for 1 week. And then if you go out on a regular basis and all right, next Friday, you do the same thing, hit 3 more. That is 9 times out of 4 weeks. That's $3,600. And that's just on the low end just for one date for abroad. $300. Now, if that's the math, I can see why niggas like, man, for all that, I'ma just pay whatever the rate is for pussy. Instead of going out on a date for $300, I can just pay for some pussy for $100 or $150, whatever the case may be. I could understand why dudes would be like, man, I'm not trying to go through all that hassle, whatever, with that shit, because it's just too much. And it's too much time wasted. But that's still the lazy, easy way out, though. Because you can't just buy your way out of everything. You can't just trick your way out of everything. Like, okay, well, eventually, all right, let's just say you want to just be on that type of shit. You still meet a girl, whatever, and just like, that's your thing now, whatever. Was like, all right, well, like, you gotta... Then it might be a situation where it's like, yeah, you're tearing yourself, you're just wearing yourself out with just spending all this money and just doing all this extra shit, just for the need of fucking keeping up with a broad, whatever, man. Like, but some niggas just feel that way, and that's just how they feel, and there's nothing that you're gonna be able to do about it. At the end of the day, if you feel that that's the way you want to operate, do you? What I don't like is that you try to shame other niggas that's not doing the things that you doing. Now, again, I disagree with niggas that trick. I'll tell you that you don't have to do that. But I'm not going to try to make you be like me or be like other niggas. Be you. Be the best version of you and embrace that. Because at the end of the day, niggas not going to agree on everything. But at the end of the day, as long as you keep it real and you just out there and not trying to knock somebody else, then fine. Because like I said, I only knock niggas that be doing that bullshit or whatever because they knocking niggas that's not paying. I think it's crazy. Just like I'm not going to knock a dude that like big girls or white girls or whatever the case may be. I'm not going to make him lesser than, like, all right, this is what you choose to do. I might disagree with it, but I'm not going to knock you for it. You not gonna man. Here's another example, right? All them passport brother niggas and shit. Oh yeah, well all the women in America is terrible. You just go get your passports. Go get your passports. If you don't got a passport, then you not a man. You not doing it if you ain't got a passport. Like if you would just left it at, I like to go out of the country and see exotic women that I'm not gonna see in America. Wouldn't have no issue. But then when you get to this whole, well, if you ain't got a passport, you're not doing it big. Niggas, get your passports. Like, no. Tell them the truth. Get your passport so you can pay for some pussy out of the country because you don't have enough game or you don't have enough patience to goddamn go through the grind of getting a woman. That's it. Tell them the whole truth. Don't tell them that half-ass shit or whatever and just make it so, oh, well, I'm better than you because I got a passport and you don't. You just going out of the country paying money to go fly to pay for more pussy. Oh, and then if you ain't got no passport, then you must be broke or whatever. You can't. Man, listen, man. Y'all niggas need to stop this shit with this shaming people with this money shit and shaming people with not doing this and doing all that. Stop worrying about what other motherfuckers is doing and make it seem like they need to be on your level. Now, when I start talking my King Moses shit, I'm talking to the kids that don't know no better. And like I said, you make your best decision on what you're going to do. Like I said, I might disagree with tricking and paying or whatever, but I'm like, I just want you to know, hey, if you didn't know, I don't want you to be paying for the same old shit that you could be getting for free. Now, if you want to pay for some, and if you're going to do it, go all the way. Go with some exotic shit. Be like, man, all right, I never had an Asian broad. I might not feel comfortable talking to Asian bras or whatever, and that I might not be in them spaces or whatever. So just to get off my bucket list, I'm going to pay for Asian. I may disagree with it, but I understand it. I might never been in a situation where I feel comfortable where I'm able to get a threesome or whatever. So I want to get off my checklist, so I'm going to pay for a threesome. I understand it. I can't knock you for it. I'm not going to be like, man, I understand it. I might not do it, but I understand it. Don't just be doing it just for some regular, schmegular joint, some shit that you could just get any fucking where, at any time. Like, just go all out, man. Shit, well, I'm paying. I had a wild time. I paid for 4 or 5 bitches at one time. You won't hear no complaint from me. And then the last thing that I'll say, just to end this up or whatever, wrap it up, is I want y'all niggas to know, again, you don't get a discount for treating these prostitutes right. And I'm saying prostitutes when these broads is talking this shit or whatever about they want this and want that or whatever and acting like prostitutes, you're not getting no discount for treating them with respect. So if you're going to do it, treat them like real prostitutes. Then maybe someone will stop acting like this, man. That's all I got to say. So I'm going to show y'all this one little ass video, whatever, and I'm going to sign off. And y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, and all this other bullshit. Sorry for the technical difficulties where I had to chop it up into 2, whatever. But I'm going to get it right. So like I said, y'all got to bear with me, man. You know what I mean? You know, I'm an old man on the porch. Don't know no better, whatever. And just trying to figure it out, man. So here go this, bro. Well, now the dude that on the tweet said, yeah, I don't really care. It was a quote from the one, whatever, from one of the bros saying, I don't care what we really, I really don't care what we eat. I got food at home already. Them the types of ones that I like. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, here we go. It looked like they down in Miami, South Beach or whatever. So.
How much do you expect the guy to spend on the first date? How much would you spend on the first date?
At least $500.
On the first date, about $1.
$150.
What would you get with $150?
I mean, a nice. I feel like a decent meal.
This your wife?
How you doing, bro?
What's your name?
My name's John.
Are you his missus?
Yeah. What's going on, though, homie?
Why is your wife walking away?
You gotta pay to get my hair done, my nails done, my feet done.
So let me ask you this. If he pays for all that, right, and the date doesn't go good, are you going to refund him?
Hell no. You gotta spend.
Nasty work. And like I said, you got a lot of these bras that ain't used to this. They ain't been on no dating forever, whatever. And they just be throwing shit out there. I'm not knocking them. Hey, you ask high. Ask high. So if your expectation is this amount, 5,000. Ask for 6 or 7,000. Might as well.
Spend how I look and I look good, so you gotta spend a good bag.
How much is that though?
As much as I want him to.
I'd say 250.
Like I said, we in a time frame now of it's just transactional hoes out here, man. So that's just what this is the way of the world.
No, she lying. She lying. A band? Cause my that good for a band. Like what she talking about?
No. How much do you expect a guy to spend on the first date?
As much as he wants. At least 100.
Like maybe like 120.
Don't spend no money on it.
First date, at least 50.
What would you give with 50?
Steak.
Steak costs almost 500 depending on where you at.
Now, see, now that last one or whatever, she just like, oh, yeah, you could have took her to Outback or whatever. She probably used to niggas taking that Outback where you can get a steak for fucking $50 or whatever. But then you got this nigga up here, oh, steak costs about 500. So, like, you gotta watch out for them pandering ass, Derek Jackson ass niggas. Lying, them niggas just be just trying to undercut and just like, well, if you was with me, I wouldn't take you on no $50 date. I'd take you 5. That's how it is. Fuck niggas like that, fucking up the game. Fucking up the game. And also too, if a broad is out here putting a set money amount on what the minimum is what they, then that tells you already whatever, they not even in it for you, because it's all about the experience. It's supposed to be. You could go to a real fucking great ass restaurant or whatever and only spend $150. I could take a, if that was the case, I'd take a girl to fucking L'Oreal Plaza in DC. Spend under 200 for some fucking margaritas, some real good, nice, real good food or whatever. It's a nice experience or whatever. But oh yeah, it's why you take me there? That place is whack because you didn't spend $700 on me. You didn't see me spend $700 on you. It's crazy.
If we're going to a nice dinner, at least 700. But if we're going to a regular,
Now look at these bras. Does it even look like somebody spending $700 on them or whatever the fuck they talking about? These bras don't even. No. Y'all keep falling for this shit, man. Stop falling for these traps, man.
dinner, $4 meal.
She said 7 bands.
7 bands.
5 bands.
For what? That's how you know they never go on an expensive date talking about some 3,000, 7,000.
It's an option.
Yeah, see, they just be throwing shit out like that or whatever, just hoping to stick. And then they hear these niggas that ain't never been there. They just like, oh, well, that's the expectation. I got to spend $7,000. And really will try to do it.
Yeah. Or don't be motherfucking barking. What you talking about? But me personally, I don't really care what we eat. I got food at home already.
So, I mean, that's what the last bra said, whatever. And that's what a lot of them bras, in all honesty, whatever, is really like that or whatever. Or they don't know how to cook anyway, and they just be like, oh, well, I want to spend somebody else's money or have somebody else feed me. So, that's basically what that is, man. So, I mean, that shit crazy, man. That shit real nasty work, man. But, like I said, man, it's your boy King Moses, live from the porch. Like, subscribe, follow, all that bullshit. This is for the know, not the show. And I'm going to keep praying for these kids, man. So you're going to see more videos like this or whatever. You know what I mean? Saying trial and error. Y'all bear with me. But like I said, the message is the most important thing. So it's your boy K Moses, live from the porch. I'm out.